Hey there, welcome back. This video is regarding section 16, divisional application. But haven't we spoken about divisional applications already in this video where we discussed types of application? Among them, one of them was divisional application. We discussed the requirement, we discussed various aspects and attributes of divisional application. So why are we talking about it all over again? The reason are the amendments of March 2024. The amendments have changed the manner in which section 16 requirements are interpreted. It has clarified a few doubts, because of which there are new ways in which divisional applications can be filed and treated. So before we talk about the changes or the amendments, let's have a quick recap of divisional applications. So as per section 16, a divisional application is filed most of the times in response to an objection raised by the controller with regards to the presence of multiple inventions in the claims of a parent application. Now, as you may recall, every application has to be for one invention, and every application, all the claims must be related by a single inventive concept. Now, if the controller is of the view that the claims as filed in the parent applications are not related by a single inventive concept, then the controller can ask you to divide the application so as to separate the claims. Now you separate the claims into multiple applications, and these applications are called divisional applications. And all this has to be done before the grant or rejection of the parent application. So this is how the normal practice was. This is how people would follow or file divisional application. So what was the need to change the way we were doing it? The reason were a couple of confusions which were always there. Now, what are these confusions? The confusion in terms of, do I always have to wait for the controller to object for the presence of multiple inventions in the claims for me to be eligible for filing a divisional application? Or as an applicant, I can on my own approach the patent office, approach the controller and file a request for a divisional application from this particular parent application. Even though section 16 has a line which says that on its own or with a view to remedy the objection raised by the controller. So there is an or there, but then the interpretations always have been ambiguous. Second confusion that was there was, where do we need to have these plurality of inventions, multiple inventions? Do they have to be present in the claims, or they can be present anywhere in the specification, basically the disclosure? Where should it be disclosed or should have been disclosed? It could be complete specification or a provisional application. Again, there was no answer for it. There was another confusion with regards to can a divisional application be filed from another divisional application? So there were all these cascading questions which were there, for which no response or answers were provided by or available with the public at large. So with the latest amendments of 2024, a lot of clarity has been provided, and it has made life a bit simpler with regards to how to go about the concept of divisional application. So let's get into discussing the amendments which answers all these questions. So the first question is, can an applicant on its own file a divisional application? So the answer is yes. The applicant on their own can file a divisional application. They don't need to wait for the controller to raise any objection with regards to presence of multiple inventions. What is the timeline for it? The divisional application has to be filed before the parent application, from where you are dividing the application. Second question is, where do I find these multiple inventions, or where should these multiple inventions be? Should they be in the claims, or can they be in the specifications also? Now, at times what happens, you write a big disclosure, you write a big invention disclosure describing every aspect of an invention or multiple aspects of the invention, which could be different inventions also. But while drafting claims, you may be focused on only one aspect of the invention or one invention. So in such cases, the amendments or the clarification that has come says that even though you may not have claimed other inventions present in your specification, you can take the disclosure from the specification, could be provisional or complete, and file a divisional application. So it's a complete change in the manner in which we were treating divisional applications. We don't need to worry about the inventions have to be present in the claims or derived from the parent application. It can be present in the specification also. And then you can take that, create claims, and file another divisional application. So the concept of what is not claimed is disclaimed, is no longer applicable in terms of divisional application. We can always go back to the disclosure, create new set of claims for the new set of invention which is there in the disclosure, and file a divisional application. Again, when should we do it? Before the grant of the parent application. Then the third question is, can we file a divisional application from a divisional application? So yes, there is no end to it. You can have multiple divisional applications coming out of a divisional application, a provisional application, or a complete specification. Now, what is the requirement? The requirement is the disclosure has to be present either in the claims or in the specification, provisional or complete. From there on, you can keep going on your journey of creating number of divisional applications. All this has to be done before the grant or rejection, basically any order on the parent application that we are talking about. Now, there have been cases over the years around the interpretation of section 16, but the latest one, Syngenta Limited versus Controller of Patents, has given out a lot of clarity with respect to how to interpret section 16. Can the divisional application be filed based on the content disclosed in the specification as well or not? So that answer has come from this particular case. A few interesting use cases out of what we have discussed. So as we know, the divisional application has to be filed before the grant of the parent application. Before, or it could be on also. Yes, so it can be filed on the same day on which the parent application has been granted. So on or before the grant of the parent application. Another interesting fact is, if a divisional application is abandoned or rejected, it has no bearing on the parent application. Every application is on its own. Why? Because every application has its own invention. They are not related inventions. Hence, we are talking about divisional application. So this is what has changed with respect to divisional application. Changed in a way, more evolved, more liberalized. Now you don't need to wait for the controller to file the divisional application. You don't have to have the multiple inventions in the claim of the parent application. It could be disclosed anywhere in the complete specification or provisional specification, anywhere. And all this has to be done on or before the grant of the parent application. Rest everything remains the same. I hope this helped you. Take care. Bye-bye.